1, 2, 3. All right, welcome everybody to Waffle Wednesday bonus edition. This one is a special episode that I have a very special guest with me, Dr. Sav, longtime friend, first-time guest. The dogs are very happy that Dr. Sav is here, and so you may hear their pitter-patter for a moment and their lovely little bark. I'll try to edit that out, but we go forward. All right. Dr. Sav, welcome to Waffle Wednesday.
Thank you. First I have to address, because it was, recorded and everything. When you gestured over towards me, I thought you were going to shake my hand. I went to shake your hand, and it didn't happen.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
Nothing to apologize. It's just funny.
Oh, man. All right. So this is that's going to drive me crazy. That's probably going to drive y'all crazy. Like I said, very special bonus episode. The 10 people who watch this will notice that I'm wearing the same shirt from the last episode, recorded back to back, like the cover of Lethal Weapon.
Sure.
The cover of Lethal Weapon has Danny Glover and Mel Gibson back to back with guns.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It is a Drake line. I hate Drake, but it's clever. So we've got Dr. Sav here for just fun purposes. As we've talked about on the show before, I loosely use the term expert. It's really just my good friends who have passion or knowledge about a certain topic or are really interested in it, or they're available at the time in which I'm recording.
I'm the last.
Yeah. Just kidding. Sav is a doctor of organic chemistry. That's fancy. Tell us a little bit about just sort of your background and kind of what you do besides the intricate study of mouse urine.
Yes, at one point in time, I did study some mouse urine. But I am an organic chemist, but more or less I'm a teacher. And so a lot of what I do is I'm in a classroom, and kind of what's taken a back burner now is the research, but I still do some research.
Cool.
My research is in developing a non-invasive health diagnostic tool.
Interesting. So is that like, when we talk about that, are we talking about like a cream, or are we talking about nanobots that are inside our bloodstream working to improve our health?
Neither. So
there's a third option. Everyone.
When we're talking about non-invasive, what a lot of my PhD research was in breath analysis, and so looking at exhale biomarkers as markers of disease, and then what I'm looking into now is other biological fluids. So cerebrospinal fluid is what I'm most interested in.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about it, but it sounds like crazy cool. Will you say it again?
Cerebrospinal fluid. So I want to look at cerebrospinal fluid for biomarkers of neurodegenerative diseases.
Wouldn't that, because you said non-invasive, so where's the non-invasive part? Because I think when I think about cerebral spinal fluid, I think about things like spinal taps or really invasive, difficult, painful surgeries or procedures, maybe.
Yeah. So breath is very much the more of the directly non-invasive part of it.
Okay.
But
forgot about that part.
Cerebrospinal fluid is a newer angle, more or less because blood, feces, urine, they all have too many potential sources. They it can come from anywhere in the body at that point. Yeah. And so cerebrospinal fluid is really only coming away from the brain, and especially where we collect it. And anyone that is being examined for neurodegenerative diseases likely is going to get a spinal tap at some point before, and so their spinal fluid should be collected.
Give me an example. When I hear that, I think dementia, but that's not necessarily. Is that one that you would?
Alzheimer's, Parkinson's.
People get
these are
spinal
all
taps.
nerves.
In order to have it studied, or
I don't know if they do, but I'm
hypothesizing.
No, it's
science. I'm going to try to use as many science terms in this episode as possible.
It's not an irregular medical procedure that I'm aware of, and it's minimally invasive relative to lots of medical procedures.
So are you somehow saying that the hope is to be able to detect through breath someone's cerebral spinal fluid? Or are those two am I just...
Completely separate.
I'm mixing the Kool-Aids.
Yeah. Okay. The breath stuff was more about, initially we were looking at lung cancer, and then towards the end of my PhD, we shifted towards COVID-19 because that's what was happening.
Right.
And the cerebrospinal fluid is more a new venue, a new angle that I want to take the research. And so more or less my perspective on it is there's no definitive test that tells you someone has a specific nerd, an NDD, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And so it's this would be something to add to the series of observations and studies and things that can be done towards diagnosis is the goal.
Yeah. So, for everybody listening, and I know Saab, probably Dr. Saab, you're aware of this. That part with dementia and Alzheimer's is something that's specifically important to the young Greers, because we, of course, lost my wife's mother to early onset, very early. Certainly hope you find all the cerebral spinal fluids you need to make some things early detectable so we can slow it down, I guess. Is that the
perspective step? Of that being, I said earlier, non-invasive, but let's consider it minimally invasive or whatever we want to define it as. Someone that has a family history of those diseases that could be one of the potential things that they could do, other than I'm not aware of what kind of genetic testing can be done towards those diseases, but this is something to inform them if let's say they are genetically predisposed to it. This could be something that tells them that it's very early onset, even though they may not have significant symptoms showing or something like that.
Yeah. That was the thing is with wife's mom is that there wasn't able to have a concrete answer until it was a reactive approach, and I think that's a lot of people's experience. I don't know, but that's awesome.
Yeah, a major a line I always use in the papers and things I've written about this topic is usually early diagnosis.
I am so sorry. Yeah. Can you guys go, please? I mean, I recorded an episode earlier for 40 minutes, and I didn't hear a peep from either of you. The moment Dr. Saab gets here, you want to come and play. Go. Go outside, please. It's, absolutely unprofessional. Waylon, unprofessional behavior. Sorry. Please continue. Oh, don't you come back in here, sir. I'm gonna close this door. That's what's gonna help. Excuse me. Now, Keith. Adios. I sincere apologies.
No problem.
If it's funny, we'll keep it in. If it's not, we'll edit it out. Whatever.
Something I always reference is a line that for pretty much all diseases, treatment, long-term. Can't remember the wording of how to say it properly, but early treatment is key.
Sure.
So
absolutely,
early treat. You got to early diagnose.
Yeah.
So that's.
I think that's the thing.
More.
Anyway, that's awesome, man. Keep fighting the good fight.
Thanks.
So I selfishly had you on because I often get really freaked out about science. And I'm going to use that term very loosely because most science scares me.
Okay.
From medical science, which I've been the wonderful recipient to some of the medical marvels that are in current technologies. Why am I talking like this is a podcast conversation? No, it needs to be an organic thing. Here we go. Dude, I got this bag, and that thing is crazy. And it kind of scares me that they can do that, but it's also amazing because I'm alive for it.
Yeah.
I'm also scared about space science. Space science, probably the scariest science to me.
I think it's incredible. I don't want to be the astronaut, but yeah, I freaking love space science. Absolutely.
Yeah, but so I love it. I love it, I guess, kind of like some people like horror movies. They like go there because they're like, oh, this is kind of thrilling and scary and it really interesting. That's how I feel about space science. From rockets to what I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Now, I know that, so Saad and I had a long conversation before this because I had spilled an open cup soda. And if my wife is watching, I did not spill an open cup soda. But I spilled it, and it went everywhere, and including a chair that I'm going to have to explain. But I had to clean that up, and so Saad was gracious enough to be patient with me while I did that. But we were talking, and you wanted to make sure that the 10 people who watch this knew that you are not an astrophysicist. It's just something that you really think is interesting and cool, and you wanted to offer your own perspective.
Sure. Yeah.
It just so happens that you're a doctor in a particular science.
Different field.
And potentially can talk to some of the things I'm going to ask you here in a moment. All right? So enough with the sneaky little peeks, huh? Let's just get to it. I'm still working out if I should look at you, or if I should look at the camera. I know I gotta work on that posture. I'll tell you that for free. Look at this. I look like a little troll. I'm a little gremlin. Okay, so I want to talk to you about the Fermi paradox. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Is it Fermi or Femi?
No, I mean, I've always heard the
Fermi.
former,
Yeah. So it's named after this physicist in the 1950s who's like crazy good.
Yeah.
He was on the Manhattan Project. He built the first ever nuclear reactor, I think. Or was part of the team that did. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, he's got going on.
Yep.
His colleagues were even like, this dude, we're like real smart people. This guy's really got it going on too. So, he comes up with this paradox that basically starts with a question, where's everybody? In relation to into space. Okay?
Yes.
First off, that's a crazy question. To me, where is everybody? Why are you asking that? We got to figure out our own self right now. Why are you wanting more people involved? But I don't think that's what he was asking.
If life is here, why wouldn't it be other places?
Yeah, exactly. So I wrote some things down from the stuff that I've been learning, that I've learned. 20% of known stars are like ours. Why wouldn't there be life? If this one is like the reason that life is just, right? Our star is,
yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? Stop me if I'm wrong here. I'm a sciencey.
I don't know that fact, but yeah, like,
it's a fact that I wrote down.
Right on. Like,
so,
that's,
here's the thing, Saf. It's me, you, 10 other people. You are the smartest out of all those 10 people.
I don't disagree
that you're the smartest out of those 10 people?
No, I don't disagree that, you know, that
20% of the stars are like our own.
You asked questions a second ago, but I don't disagree that there's not life on other planets.
Yeah. I'm just reading some facts, man. Reading you some facts. You're jumping. We gotta make this last out. This has got to be an episode. This can't be. We gotta. They believe that anywhere, and this is going to be a very vast number, so please don't laugh.
Okay.
They believe that anywhere from 300 million to 1 billion possible inhabitants in our galaxy alone. Like inhabitable planets, places in our galaxy alone.
I didn't know that number either.
But does it sound sciencey right?
I mean,
Or does it sound conspiracy theory wrong?
I don't know how many stars there are in the Milky Way, honestly. Like, I thought it was
like 20 trillion?
No, I don't think it's like that. I thought it was going to be
20 billion.
Like 100 million or something.
100 million stars?
No,
way
how
more
many
than
stars
that.
there are in the Milky Way.
Dude, look in the sky. Look in the sky. There's definitely more than 100 million.
No.
100 million? There's 280 million people in this country. There's definitely more stars than there are people in the United States.
Okay.
I believe that.
Huh? Science
fact. Nah, just a Terrence fact. Those are all the facts that I wrote down. So let me tell you what I'm scared about. So this dude, Fermi's like, where is everyone? And he basically says that he believes that there is a filter. And this filter is we're either on one side or the other of it, of this great filter. So there's like little filters, which you explained to me as meteors, like that destroyed the dinosaurs, right?
So, filter, you're saying like
something our civilization or world has to pass through in order to continue. And
my understanding of it was this filter, no civilization passes through it, and that's why there are no signs out there. That's their theory.
Hasn't yet.
Right.
It's super hard. And so we might be able to make it, but we may not.
And so what I said to you was that I think that my answer to you previously covered two different things. One is I think that we have lived through some of those quote unquote filters that other solar systems, galaxies, all have experienced. And then the other thing about it is that their assumption that there is the reason that we haven't heard them is because of that filtering. And so like I kind of addressed that with one of my answers.
Yeah. So I just want to kind of, for people who aren't familiar with the Fermi paradox, I want to go into a little bit more because I kind of jumped ahead into the discussion before explaining it, really, right? And the idea is that those filters can either stop civilizations or worlds or galaxies or whatever, or they can pass through them and carry on. And those that have passed through just don't notice us on the other side of that filter, or they can't notice us on the other side of the filter. And that's part of it too, right? So what the terrifying part, going back to why science scares me, is part of the paradox states that we haven't hit the great one yet. We've gone through the little one, or little ones, but this great one's coming, maybe. Or maybe we've already passed through it, but if we've passed through it, why haven't we seen other people or other things that are of life?
Okay, so first issue is, I think, just straight up time. So, like, how old is our star? I think Earth is like 4 billion years old. And so, but eventually, in some billions of years, our star will supernova. And what evidence would there be of Earth or anything that we've done or anything after that?
Is that the filter?
Well, okay, so that's one thing, is straight up time, right?
Just straight up time.
Like, there are supernovas happening constantly, I'm pretty sure, like, around the universe. And so that destroys everything within, like, so many 100 light years, maybe. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It destroys everything around.
Sure.
Another filter that we spoke about was distance. So, how long have we been broadcasting radio waves? Like, just about 100 years, right? I think maybe just more. I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought you were asking how long we've been on.
No.
I was like, I'm trying to find the timer. Can't quite see.
My bad, no. But, yeah, approximately, like, however long humans have been putting out radio waves, right? Other than that, how would anyone from, let's say, Neptune see that we're here?
There's no one on Neptune.
Let's say someone on Neptune.
No,
How would they see that we're here? What would be like
Satellite.
if they saw some sort of electromagnetic radiation coming off the planet that was
I think that we have like
not like a pattern?
I think we have space junk circulating our planet's a pretty good indicator that we live here. Like if we saw space junk somewhere else, right? If we went over to like Saturn's rings and it was like space junk that wasn't rocks and minerals, but like
so let's say that we are so much further away that we can't see the space junk. Like you like if you see
it's just a speck,
right?
How we see a star,
right? So like how would we know that anyone's there? Well, like one of those possibilities would be to like if the radio waves coming off there, but the problem is the radio waves coming off of us have only gone as far as the speed of light allows them, which is however long they've been traveling, and so they're about 100 light years away from Earth in every direction. And what I was saying about Earth is it's within the Milky Way galaxy, which is 100,000 light years across, I think, and so like we haven't even reached out that far with any signal or anything, so to speak,
Yeah.
Like any man-made object we've sent out is even less distant.
Sure.
But
you are in the... There's more reason to believe there's more life than no life. Or do you think that we are just the most lucky, coincidental rock in all of the world?
My first two statements are about why we haven't seen other signs and whatnot. And so that's like, I think that there more than likely is intelligent life somewhere else that we just haven't gotten to see the signs of. But then that distance thing is a little bit more than that, which is anything that we put out from our planet, those waves obey the laws of physics and they redshift, and that redshift makes them weaker. And so if every star of the trillions of stars that you reference is putting out every wavelength of in the spectrum from UV to IR, like then, and more than that, puts out X-rays as well. Like, I mean, it's putting out all kinds of different rays of light. And so I feel like anything a planet were to put out relative to all that, it becomes just part of the noise where you're just not seeing it. Is another thing.
So I did do a little bit of research before this.
Okay.
I wrote down I didn't write them down. There were some questions that I saw. And if I can remember them, I'm going to ask them to you.
Okay.
But one of them is in relation to that kind of idea, right? Is that what if there is life out there and well, who starts with I? They A, don't see us. Like we're unable to be detected by them. Or B, they're just not that bothered. You know what I mean? Like they could see us if they really wanted to, or they can see us, but they're just not like. The thing is, we're always going to view it through our human curiosity lens, right? And we can't necessarily state that other species or other life are even that far developed, or even if they're further developed, and just don't really care.
I would 100% accept that, because, like, what does it mean to care? Because let's say we send something to,
a care package.
Let's say, like we send something that's
popcorn.
I don't know how well. Like, what's the closest star to us? Like I want to say
the sun.
If we're trying to like,
you asked a question, I answered it correctly. I don't know why I'm being.
All right, next to the sun, what's the next closest star to us?
Oh gosh!
And so, like,
I've seen that video a bunch where they do the sizes. So I just don't know what's the closest.
I think at the speeds that we can send things right now, it would take. I think what I saw was like it would take 70 plus years just to get something to another solar system. I think it might have been Alpha Centauri or something like that.
That sounds like a thing I've heard.
And so that's 70 years to get it there. Not to mention whatever happens there and then the time to send it back, if there's a civilization there, if they find it, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so...
And we don't even know what the time change is on other galaxies, right? Like, it could be, like, more than a day. You know, like, it's hard enough to, like, call China. And they're a whole head of a day of us.
What you're asking about is it worth the effort? Like what's...
For anyone.
If you don't know anyone is out there...
Okay.
Or if you have observed it...
I got quick fire questions. If anybody watched the first ever episode, they know that I have rapid fire questions that I often forget. But I want you to answer them in no more than 3 words, and then they're like quick, off the top of your head.
Okay.
And every time I explain it, I always forget the first question. And I just did that again. So just give me a moment to think about it. What were we just talking about?
But there's another filter as well.
Oh, tell me about that filter.
I think that our planet got lucky just because of there being abnormally giant planet in our solar system, which is Jupiter, and
yeah, that's my favorite planet.
It sucked up a lot of
continues to do it.
Planet enders.
Takes on meteorites. Takes on a lot of stuff.
I think that was another
gas
helped
giant?
us get. Yeah, I don't.
Science.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? It is a gas giant, right?
I mean,
you can't land on Jupiter.
It's a failed star, so yeah.
Whoa. That is a very negative way to phrase that.
Is it not a failed star?
I like to think of it as a promoted bodyguard. Earth. How about that? Maybe it's a promotion. You don't know. Pocket watching Jupiter? Sure. Jupiter does so much for us. Why are you going to pick on its one thing that happened that was a negative? Yeah, it may have failed as a star, but it's amazing as a magnet.
It's not picking on it. It's describing what happened in detail.
I think it's hurtful. Would you like if someone said, "Oh, he was a failed accountant"?
How would you describe it then?
Huh?
How would you describe it?
He's a successful doctor of organic chemistry.
No.
Not you?
Yeah.
Jupiter?
Yeah.
I would say
with the description that I brought in, how would you say that in a positive way?
You tried real hard to be a star.
Okay.
Not everybody can be a star.
Look at it.
If there's knowledge. Can you believe this app is free? Just giving the game away. Alright, I got one rapid fire question for you.
Okay.
Hoping I can think of others, because there's supposed to be 5.
Time out. Rapid fire implies multiple questions.
Yeah, I know, man.
Like in a row.
Right.
Okay.
That's why you gotta answer them concisely. No more than 3 words. And it's gotta be quick, off the top of your head.
Okay.
But I gotta think of some more first. But my first one is ocean or space? Which one do we research?
Not both.
It's not the question. Dr. Saab, if this is gonna work...
3 words! I gave you 3 words!
I said no more than 3 words. It could have been 1. You could have said ocean. You could have said space. The question here is ocean or space. It's not, oh yeah, I'll take the third. No, there's not a third option. It's one or the other. Which one should we focus on research with? The ocean or the spaces? Remember when I said let's be quick?
I appreciate...
Oh, tongue.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. It's
I'll fuck it. I'll take ocean because
ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Tell me why.
It's more concerning to our near future, I suppose.
Ooh. So you think ocean's a more pressing concern than space?
Absolutely. Don't we have like a
ocean more
predictable Nino? Well,
in the sense of like we can see it happening. Space, sometimes that stuff comes out of nowhere. You're just like, oh man, here comes this huge meteor. We hope it doesn't hit us. Jupiter. Nudge, nudge. Yeah, it left you speechless.
No, in the short term, are you aware of the Super El Nino?
I've heard of it. In the sense of, am I aware of it? Yes.
So something I saw about the Super El Nino that we're going to have this year, the last time it came through was in like the 1800s. and across North America, or maybe globally, I don't remember, like responsible for 50 million deaths. Now, like, we have better, infrastructure and things like that now, and so it's unlikely. But
It's a lot of death.
at the same time, there can be a lot of property damage and death in the coming
I don't care about
few months. Well, I reference infrastructure, so that's why.
I see. Yes. Fair.
And so, why that super El Nino? Well, that super El Nino is because our oceans are taking on more heat, and the more heat that they take on, the more they put out into our atmosphere, and the more severe our weather is. And heat is energy. The more energy there is, the more shit gets knocked out.
I'll be honest. I hope that everyone else.
It's a more pressing concern, and then the other reason for the ocean is because I'm pretty sure the Arctic's about to lose an ice shelf, which is bigger than just an iceberg, buddy.
Right? Because where are you going to put the books? The books on ice.
Not in Miami.
Not on that shelf. It's going to fall.
Yeah.
You got a mess.
I mean, the shelf falling is a done deal. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it's going to create a splash. You might as well start getting ready for it now, putting paper towels down. And I'm guessing it's pretty high up, the shelf.
It's a shelf, so to speak, so it's hanging off of the coast of Antarctica. And
what do you mean hanging off of it?
It's an ice shelf.
Like suspended in the air.
So, like,
why would you have a shelf on the floor? That doesn't make any sense.
The way that it formed, like the ground that's underneath it, has been. I think initially it started getting melted by the warmer ocean, and then it's been getting like eroded and whatnot, and so like it's literally just like a hanging giant piece of ice that's
on a piece of land.
Like there's a
piece of land, and then there's this big ice on it.
It's out over the ocean that's about to shelf.
Yeah.
And so it's not on.
I understand now.
Why shelf protrudes out?
Shelf is, again, so that seems to be real negative and like focus on the flaws.
That shelf protrudes out from your wall.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
But it also, I think, focusing on that takes away the fact that it is supporting many of my favorite things, like my Jordan collection.
This ice shelf is supporting a lot of planet's water and carbon.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. What's our plan?
I don't think it's going to drop into the ocean and melt and raise our ocean levels a little bit. And the process gets exponentially faster from there.
Great. Rapid question number 2.
Okay.
Remember, you can't have a third option. Okay. Right? These are all or styles. Subway or Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's. Just because I can't not hate Subway.
Okay. Jared thing, or?
No.
You took away the cookies on Wednesday?
No. Because I grew up working at Subway.
Grew up working at a Subway. I didn't mean to throw that pencil at you. Or beach. Beach.
Like vacation, yeah?
Yeah. Sure. You don't have to climb the mountain. You can drive up it.
Well, still beach.
Still beach? Yeah. Does that imply warmth and a relaxed atmosphere?
It's just what I think of. Like, my most fun vacations are when Ash and I would go to her grandmother in Sarasota. We would go to the beach.
Down by the beach. What's your favorite state? Doesn't have to be one you've been to. Just one that you just think maybe it's cool. Not that just there's 50 of them.
I've never thought about like a favorite state. Like,
it's not that difficult.
I guess
for me, look, favorite sounding Wyoming. I think it's fun. It's fun to do with your mouth. My favorite state though is probably New York State.
But like, by what metric? There's so many different.
I think it has, for me, the most fun per capita. It also has the most opportunity to fuck off to another country, either through Canada or by plane in major airports. So, and you can also go by sea.
So, like, I just recently went to...
Get out of there. It's the big thing.
I just recently went to Chicago, and I really like the city of Chicago. I don't care for the state of Illinois, per se. Like,
sure.
I enjoy visiting Las Vegas for like a day or two, but I don't really don't care for Nevada. Like, yeah.
Do you like one that sounds funny? Or, like, just interesting? Do you like the sound of one?
I guess if we're going by state, I'm going to say because of... geography and nature.
Right. What?
Hawaii.
That's an insane thing to say.
What?
I think that it's pretty messed up. You chose a state that was essentially the last colonized thing America did, where it killed millions of Polynesian people. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's cool. It says a lot about who you are. Favorite thing about being a scientist?
Getting judged by people.
Yeah, you guys are pretty judgy. You guys have to go you guys have to go to panel reviews. You have to talk to other doctors about whether it's something. Is this something? Yeah, it's something.
I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
No, what is your
favorite
favorite
question?
What's your favorite thing about being a scientist? White coat. The test tubes.
3 words or less.
Microscope.
Knowledge and discovery.
Whoa, that's good. You know what the AI program's gonna do? They're gonna cut that part, and they're gonna make sure that's its own reel. That's just they're gonna be like Dr. Shaw drops knowledge, and it's gonna be like that part, and it's gonna be the most viewed because it's gonna really inspire people. Do you hope to inspire people?
No,
not through this, but in general. Do you? You don't you don't want to be a hero like Charles Barkley. I'm not a role model.
No, I hope that I inspire my students and whatnot.
For sure, that's a good thing to go for. Yeah. They seem to like it. I'll be honest. I've
seen the reviews.
I've lurked outside your classroom. Got a few interviews.
Lies. No. What you haven't seen
to like
is the Rate My Professor. It's bloodbath.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like Yelp. The only people who are going to go there are going to be people who don't want to complain, right? There's not too many people who are going to carve out 30 minutes of their day to write something super nice about someone. Because if you do, most people are going to read it and go, that's probably his cousin. You're not even going to... But you're going to believe the bad ones. Oh. Ew. What's the worst thing? Not the worst thing. What's the most common complaint people have about you?
I don't provide lecture slides. I don't use PowerPoints to teach.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, as somebody in education, and as somebody who is continuing to go through higher education all the time, the only people who need and require lecture slides are people who aren't paying attention to the lecture and aren't going to class. So if you're asking for them, it's because you're lazy and you want to just have it at hand. Just put a recorder down, dummy.
Thanks.
No problem, man. It's just sometimes, Do you think we let too many people into college?
I don't know.
Do you think we need to let more people into college?
Yeah, absolutely. And make it cheaper.
Make it cheaper. That was my next question. I'm going to follow up. I've done all the 5. Now we're just chatting.
Like it.
Yeah. I really appreciate you coming on, Sav. Let me look at what time it is. Yeah, we probably should wrap this up. Anything else you want to say about science?
Check me.
Fact check him. Don't fact check me. Fact check Jesus. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean that disparagingly. I really don't. I have all the respect for Jesus.
I didn't even catch the Jesus joke.
Nonsense. Probably cut it. Well, thanks for coming to Friday. Or Friday. I love alliteration. Wait till I get to Tuesday. That's our bonus episode of today. We probably want to get most views on because it's way better than the first one. But thanks, Dr. Sav.
Thank you. I had a good time.
Yeah, you had a good time. I hope to have him on again and talk about other sciencey kind of things. Maybe we talk more about chemistry than just random space stuff. That scares me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that scares me as far as science that I wrote down. Yeah, no. Yeah, I tell you, that shelf thing scares me. I'm serious. I had no idea a whole shelf was falling.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh,
It's about to.
I don't know what we should do about that.
There's nothing to do, man.
I mean, there's always something to do. There's always something. Can we, like, build, like, some supports under it? What's the problem with it falling off? Does it just mean it's gonna just get smaller and smaller, like an ice cube in water, or
Once it falls off, it'll slowly melt and break up into
small
icebergs
ices?
and whatnot. And like,
Oh, giant icebergs.
but like once it falls in, it's part of the volume of the ocean.
Will we make it a continent? We did the Antarctica.
No, well, Antarctica, there's ground under.
So
ice.
you say.
Well, there is.
So you say.
No, there is.
You been in Antarctica?
I've not.
Rest my case.
Okay.
I've been twice.
I don't believe it.
You should. Will we make it a state or something? What will we do? Should we make it a state? Should we invade it and conquer it for America?
No. Because it's going to be
Smaller
a
and smaller.
moving piece of ice that is not stable.
But that's what's awesome about it. It's moving around. We're like, oh, sorry guys, we're not trying to be real close to China. We just happen to have a floating state.
You're ignoring the unstable part.
You think if we put too much weight on it, it's going to flip? Or sink?
Fracture.
I mean, we don't put that many people on it. That way people know we're serious about not invading them. Like, there's only 50 people on that thing. But I need more than 50. I don't know how you get them food.
I don't know.
Ships, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a good time.
You know what's really crazy? Is this idea about making a floating state is infinitely better and more thought through and planned than anything Donald Trump has ever thought of. Idiots. All right, we really do need to wrap this up because I'm just kind of talking shit at this point. All right, as always, go Arsenal. I love the Knicks. God love the Knicks. God loves New York.